Namaskaram, peeps. This is Harish here from Melbourne.yathri. Welcome to another tech review episode. If you are a small enterprise, a small company, or a medium-sized company who would like to go ahead and have your own professional-looking email addresses, if you are, a family-owned company, if you are, someone who's starting up their startup currently now, or a side gig, and you prefer to have a professional email address rather than your regular Gmail or a Hotmail or Outlook email address, then this video is for you. So you will need a registered website. That's basically your company name.com or .co .your country, like that, and .io. Many of the extensions which are out there. You will need a web hosting company like a GoDaddy or Bluehost. I personally use Bluehost. I find it to be a bit more intuitive than GoDaddy. That's just my personal choice. And you need a Gmail address or a Hotmail or an Outlook or any of your, widely available personal email address so that you can go ahead and start creating professional looking email IDs and then connect them back as forwarding addresses back to your personal email address so that whether on your laptop or one of your iPads or handheld tablets or your iPhone or Android phones, you can keep on checking your professional email accounts as well as reply back using your professional email account, but all the time you're actually operating your personal email account. Just to make it clear, this is a completely free service as long as you're having a registered email, you're having a registered website, and you're having a registered web hosting account. That's it. These are the only things that you need. You can create as many as you want professional email addresses. I would personally suggest for someone who's like me, a very small business operator, to basically have like 3 to 4 email addresses, not more than that. Too many email addresses, very difficult to manage. And then re-forward all the emails that go to my email addresses to my personal email account, which is with Gmail. And then when I reply back to them, it goes back as a reply from a professional email account, and it does not look at all that I'm using Gmail in the background. So I am personally using Gmail in the background with my personal email address, and on the front end, to whoever actually interacts with me, are only looking at my professional email address. So let's move onwards and see how we can go ahead and achieve this. Let's go ahead and log into Bluehost, my Bluehost account. I'm trying to log in there. And obviously, I'm based out of Australia, so you go ahead and select your country and then log in. Logging into my company, logging into my Bluehost account. So this is a typical Bluehost by default screen that comes up when you don't have much of things actually set up, which is not a big deal. The first thing what I want to go ahead and look at is my domains. So these are all the domains that I actually own. So for this particular example, I'm going to create a professional email for my photography website, which is parasaralabs.com. Its Instagram link is actually provided below, pslab.s. Please do check it out. If you like it, please do go ahead and subscribe or drop me a like of some of the images that I've actually done. So on the left hand side, go ahead and check first of all you have the domain registered here, and are you hosting them? So one of the websites here, which is applabs.com, is actually purchased from GoDaddy, but I actually go ahead and manage it or host it from my Bluehost. But whereas for Parasara Labs, I have actually bought it using Bluehost, and also I go ahead and manage it using Bluehost. So on the left hand side, you have this email and office. So go ahead and click on that. Once you click on it, you obviously get all your registered websites here. So I have Parasara Labs. All I have to do is just hit manage. You need not click upgrade email, none of that, because what this actually does is it sets up email accounts, but obviously you can't store a lot of data. There is a restricted amount of data that you can store, although it says infinity, which is not really true. It's not infinite amount of memory out there. So you go ahead and create the email accounts that you want to, and then you can link these up to your Gmail account, your existing Gmail account. So I actually have on the same name, parasaralabs@gmail.com, and all these emails will automatically get forwarded to my Gmail account, and I can just configure the Gmail account on my mobile phone to keep viewing those emails coming in. So let's see the workflow for it. I create an account. So first it says choose the domain. So I choose Parasara Labs. Okay, so that's where it is, parasaralabs.com. I want to create, see this. That's the account that I want to create. Obviously, I want to go ahead and create a password. It has to be a strong password. You have a strong password, what you call sign up here. And if people don't want to remember it, you can also create generate. But I want to remember my own passwords. So that's how I go ahead and do it. So I've gone ahead and typed in my password. It says all green, so I'm good. Okay, then I basically just say great. Obviously, I'm being prompted. Say not now. So that particular email address is created here. See sales. Now you have restricted here. If you want, you can actually change the type of restrictions which is out there. But then obviously not there. But as you can see, you can have an allocated storage space so that you're not exceeding storage. If you have a large organization, or if you have a medium to small organization where you create like 15, 20 email accounts, so maybe you want to have a limit on them so that it's more of a store and go function being done by your hosting website rather than storing chunks of large files. So I can check email, manage, and connect devices. So it's very simple to go ahead and connect devices. So if you click on connecting devices, so these are all the settings which are actually out there. So all you have to do is be careful of the SSL or TLS settings and go ahead and map up, especially with respect to ports which are there now. Based on whether you're having Hotmail, whether you're having Gmail, whether you're having Outlook, you're having some of you having a Yahoo email, Yahoo Mail, or any of your email service provider which is out there, your settings would actually change. And it's very easy. Your email service provider will only have either these ports opened up either as a 995 or 110. You won't have both the ports open for the same email service provider. That just doesn't happen. So for example, you have to configure that on my Gmail. I just go to Gmail. I have a lot of Gmail addresses, obviously. So I have to just go ahead and sign into Parasara Labs, which is already I'm signed into. So all I have to do is go into settings, see all settings. I think this is with the new Google interface, which is out there. So you go to accounts and import, and under that you can say, check mail from other accounts and also send mail as, other accounts, other email addresses. So I normally go as send mail because, the moment I do send mail as, automatically the check mail gets configured by default. So when I say add another email address, it says, okay, what's the name you want? Obviously, I'm using my name, Harish A, and then go ahead and try to have the address. So I say it's sales at the rate labs.com, and then I say next step. So it says, okay, please go ahead and give me my user ID and password, right? That's when you come back to this in cPanel and you try to look what is your username. The username is same as your email address, so you just copy it, come down here and just paste it. Okay. Now, here before going, just look at this SMTP server settings. So it says mail.parasaralabs.com. Come back here, look for SMTP settings out here. So your SMTP settings is mail.parasaralabs.com and your port for the secured version is 465 and unsecured is 587. I would strongly suggest you all to use only the secured port. Don't use the unsecured port. You got to be watchful. But if I see here, you have 465, 587 both available. So I'm choosing 465 here, which is the secure port, right? There you go. So it's 465. They did give an option for 587, but I'm not going to choose. They did give an option for 587, but I'm not going to choose that. So I'm going to choose the secure port, SSL or TLS way of connecting it, which is a secure way of connecting it. And the port number is 465. That's what I got to select. So I've selected 465. Go ahead, key in the password. Add account. It says it's actually send you a password. Because you have created this email account just now, you need to go ahead and actually access it to get the code that Google sends across so that you're an authenticated operator for that particular email address. Because you would be sending emails out using a very professional email ID, like whatever name you have given at the rate your company's name.com, pushing your emails out. So that's the reason Google needs you to authenticate it. So there's like an authentication step. So all I have to do is, click check mail here. Basically, logs me in. If I have received that email, so see, I have got this email notification. Okay, so I go ahead, open it up, and I have a password here. So I just copy my password, paste it, hit verify. That's it. It's basically, configured. And now here, there are a couple of things, you can say reply from the same address the message was sent. This is very important. You don't want to reply back from your regular Gmail address. You want to reply back from your professional email so that you can keep this transaction completely professional from a company to company kind of thing. So always click on reply from the same address the message was sent. So what this allows you to do is, by just using a single Gmail address, which could be your personal email address, or it could be company's name at the rate gmail.com, and then you can have these multiple sub email addresses which are professionally looking, configured from your hosting agent, whether it's Bluehost or GoDaddy. I personally use Bluehost, so I would always recommend that as of now, but it's completely up to your choice. And then you can get all those emails coming in. Say, for example, you have one for sales, you have one for admin, you have one for finance. Whenever someone replies back on an email sent to finance, it'll come as finance at the rate, in this case, your company name.com, instead of basically, being your personal email ID from at the rate gmail.com. Okay. So to have those professional reply backs in, you always have a reply from the same address, so it doesn't get confused about there. Normally, this is supposed to work. If it compose an email, so see, I'm already receiving those emails. So that's how you would go ahead and have professional looking emails being configured on your Gmail. Okay, you can use your Gmail or Hotmail or Outlook mail, any of them that you're actually having, and then you can send out professional emails. So if you can see here, whenever I want to send an email, there are always two options. I can always select my professional email address rather than my personal email address with @gmail.com, send it to whomever I want to send it, and automatically the email is actually sent. When I receive an email back as a reply, then it obviously comes in here with a marker, and then I go ahead, read it, and then I go, reply back to it. And when I reply back to it, because you have selected that option earlier in settings, you would reply back as, your sales or finance or admin at the rate your company's name.com, rather than, just trying to, reply back from your Gmail address. So, which is cool. And you can go ahead and configure wherever your Gmail address is configured, or your Outlook or your Hotmail account is configured on your mobile devices, whether your iPad, iPhone, Android device, anywhere on your own laptop, you would receive all the emails sent to your company's professional address directly up here. I hope you learned something from this, or this is a reference video for you. It's definitely a reference video for me when I want to create professional looking email addresses using a registered website. If you do like this video, please go ahead and give me a like for the algorithm and a sub. That will be absolutely awesome. I'll be posting more of these videos as we move along in my journey. If you're looking for any specific video of, how do I go ahead and create my own website, or how do I register my website and all that workflow, let me know. I'm happy to go ahead and create as many videos as possible, because this is something that I really love and I'm passionate about. Take care. Have fun. Peace.